And this month, we're bringing in Milos Entertainment. This is a group that been involved in commercial entertainment, primarily weddings. But as you know, the pandemic has destroyed that market at this point, and we don't know when it'll really return. So they have had to work on finding different alternatives. So the two principals are Sava and Olympia Milonas, and I'd like to bring them up and they can start with their presentation. Hi, guys.
Hello, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, Richard.
Hi. Okay.
Good to see you.
Thank you. I hope you found the first part interesting, and please take it away.
Okay, take it away, huh? I
Yep.
can't hear you. Okay, now I heard you. All right, so first and foremost, we thank you and the OANA for inviting us. We are excited to present our new project. And it is the first time we are presenting. We just want to let everyone know. So bear with us. There's a lot of things to kind of cover, but we'll try to keep it short. And Sava will assist if I forget anything. So anyway, yeah, just to reintroduce ourselves. So we are Savas and Olympia Malonas, husband and wife team, founders and artists ourselves of Milos Entertainment, which is our music and events company for over 25 years now. As we all know, the arts and entertainment industries took a very hard hit during this pandemic, as we are still out of work.
Yeah,
It's been
pretty much.
It's been a little over a year, unfortunately, but we're hanging in there, staying strong and staying creative, as you will see. So, so how our journey begins in creating this new project. So this past summer, once we realized that the COVID crisis was really serious and here to stay for a while, everyone was going insane, and we decided, okay, well, we don't want to depress, we don't want to lock ourselves in our house and just rot. Gyms were closed, everything was closed, we didn't know what to do. So we just said to ourselves, you know what, we just want to do whatever we can in our power to remain mentally, physically, and emotionally healthy and strong. That was like, there was a virus on the loose. So top priority was like health. That's what, we're like healthy. We got to stay healthy and sane and all that stuff, right? So anyway, what did we do? We started basically immersing ourselves and incorporating daily, like, our hobbies and passions for wellness activities and holistic practices such as yoga, breath work, meditation, dance, music, just being outdoors in the sun and reconnecting with nature was really important also. So mind you, these were hobbies of ours anyway, so we had been practicing these things for many years, and it was just
an opportunity to put more time into it.
Yeah. And we felt it was an opportunity with these circumstances to really test the effectiveness of these practices. It's like either now or never, So we did, Richard, and all we can say is that it truly, truly saved us. Like, back then, after the spring, basically, and you know this, Richard, because you're in the same industry with us. I mean, we work together also, right? So you know this. Our weddings and our biggest season, peak season is the spring. All of our weddings, everything got wiped out. Okay, so that shock just, and these were the only things that saved us during that time. And it's the things that are still saving us today because our business hasn't recovered. And I want to mention also, people keep on saying, oh, things are opening up. People don't understand that when you're doing private events and especially weddings, things are opening up, but you know what? The weddings are booked for next year. No one is doing, at least our clientele, they're not doing weddings right now. They pushed it for next year and the following year. So, so anyway, like I said, we're staying positive. So these things saved us and still saving us. And as a little side note here, I'd like to mention to the viewers something really important, that these holistic and natural wellness activities that we just mentioned are becoming more and more mainstream and are being integrated nowadays into our traditional, conventional medical industry. And why is that? Because they work. They are effective. They're natural. There are no side effects. And they offer, stress and anxiety relief. They boost your immunity and just overall mental, physical, and emotional well-being. This is what they offer with no side effects. So it's a win-win, situation, right? So anyway, going back to our story now. So here we are, summertime, right? Imagine this. We're completely unemployed. We have all this time on our hands. And we're like, what do we do with ourselves? So we just take to the beaches and to the parks, and we bring our music and we bring these ideas of like, okay, this is what we're going to do, and everyone was outdoors. I don't know if you remember this, Richard. Remember last summer, like everyone and their mothers and their grandmothers, everyone was outdoors. It was packed everywhere you went, picnicking, this and that. So we're out there, people are cycling by us, picnicking, whatever they're doing. And we're sitting there with our music and we're dancing and we're doing yoga and meditating and all this stuff. And of course, it didn't surprise me at some point, people would approach us. They started smiling, they were hollering from far away. Some people, courageous people, jumped in and like would dance with me a little, they would ask us questions like, what are you guys doing? This looks amazing. It looks like so much fun. Like, do you teach this? Is this an actual session? How can we participate? So at first we were looking at each other like, okay, that's interesting. So people are attracted to this. So anyway, the whole summer we did this, and this just kept on happening over and over again. Everywhere I'd go, I would create my little sessions, like my workout sessions, that were more holistic. And we would just get feedback and people were just attracted to it. So by the end of the summer, we looked at each other and we said this, and maybe this is not just for us. Maybe more people need this and we can share with more people what we're doing. And basically, Richard, that is how this concept, One Tribe Dance, was born right at the end of the summer. And the official description of it, now that we've been developing the idea in detail, it's a holistic dance, fitness, and wellness experience, program, class, whatever you want to call it. And basically, ideally, it's to be done outdoors in nature, right? So either on a beach, in a forest, in a park, in your backyard. We just want to reconnect with nature. That's the most ideal thing, right?
Outdoors.
Also, a very important component is music is live during the session. So music, especially
live DJ.
No, live DJ. Sorry, yes, the music is by live DJ, and it's specially curated to align with the holistic session. Okay, and it's right now it's like a 1 hour class, and it's a 1 hour, we call it a journey, where we take the class and the group through a Zen segment, which includes this meditation, yoga, breath work, a little bit of body sculpting, and also we end it with a really great, liberating and freeing high energy, because we want to get our workout in, dance segment, which includes free spirit, like intuitive dancing, ecstatic dance, and things like that. So that was the idea. Now, let's mention a few more things before we move on to the video presentation that I think the viewers should be aware of. So we launched this in the fall, right? We had about what, 5, 6 sessions?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much
So,
pilots and
yeah,
stuff.
we
Yeah.
were able to squeeze in 5, 6 sessions in the fall. They were all outdoors, just to mention a few because we're very proud of them. We did one in Central Park. So we danced in Central Park, the whole DJ setup and everything. It was great. People, again, were staring at us, asking all these questions. It was wonderful. And then we danced in the Hamptons, on a beautiful beach in the Hamptons with a sunset. That was a first, and it was very healing and beautiful to do that. We were all barefoot on the sand, on the beach. And then what? Winter came.
Yes, we had to stop because it got colder.
Right.
But we thought of after people were interested, we did the Zooms. We took it to Zoom.
Right. So we didn't know what to do, Richard, at first. When winter came, it got really cold, and then everyone got locked up back in their house. And it was craziness. Like, my friends had kids. They didn't know what to do with their kids. Schools weren't open, all this stuff. So we're like, you know what? It's a great opportunity to really just, okay, originally it's supposed to be outdoors, but you know what? Forget it. We're going to go on Zoom. So we go on Zoom, and can I tell you, it was the most amazing experience because you had these parents with these kids all locked up, going insane. And that's another thing to mention that's really important. We created a very kid-friendly, family-friendly environment for our sessions. So they're open to kids of all ages. So what ended up happening, we launched our Zoom. And can I also mention that we had people from Europe, other states, they joined us. It was truly amazing, especially our first one. We had about 30 people. So kids joined with their parents, right? And then the feedback was fantastic. The parents loved it. The kids loved it. They were saying things like, this is the first activity that they were saying that me as a parent and my child can actually benefit from together. It wasn't like I'm just babysitting my kid or vice versa, right? So, and then what ends up happening, Richard, that was so funny, is that the kids were giving us such good feedback through the parents, like they wanted more Zoom classes, that we ended up creating a kids Zoom, a kids edition.
Right.
So we did that. And funny enough, parents of those kids then joined the kids Zoom. It was funny because they also wanted to participate. They loved it. So anyway, what else should we mention really quickly before we go on to the video presentation? I have my notes here. One more thing that's very important to mention is that we are a traveling program. So yes, we have our locations that we use, but we don't have a permanent physical location.
No.
Yeah. So what's been a very popular thing is that clients and people are calling us because, now during COVID, people want to stick together with their own people, their own family and friends. So people are calling us to book us, and we will actually travel to them and set up the whole thing. It could be in their local park. It could be on their local beach, backyard. We actually did something recently indoors. It was all COVID free. We all had to show our COVID negative, test results 2 days prior to the party or the day before, whatever. Right. And yeah, and it's been working great doing this traveling, thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's important to know. And also that it's highly customizable. So if it's a kid Zoom, we tailor it more for the kids. If it's an adult, we tailor it more for them, but kids are welcome. So it's highly customizable. And that's about it, Richard. I'm going to leave the info in the chat box for One Tribe Dance. We have a website, onetribedance.com, social media. I'll leave everything in the chat box. And just, Richard, before we move on to the video presentation, I just want to, and the Music Lab. I asked you if I could mention the Music Lab.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Richard is aware of this because he even helped and participated once or twice and brought instruments for all the kids. So we just want to share with the viewers that prior to the pandemic, we together again created a music and dance program for kids with special needs, individuals with special needs. You didn't have to be a kid. It was called Music Lab, and it was sponsored, and it is still being sponsored and organized by the Carnival of Love, which is an Astoria-based nonprofit organization. And what was it? It was a hands-on interactive music and dance program, and it took place once a month. It was a free class. I want everyone to know this because we are going to continue this after COVID. Once a month in Astoria, we would pick a location. The location was always donated to us. And what else? We ran this program for 2 years very successfully. It was a volunteer, volunteer work. And that's it. We're going to leave the information in the chat box because we do want to continue that program also because it was very successful after COVID.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's
Great.
it.
Okay. Wonderful. It's been quite an experience the last year and a half, but we're going to be creating new things out of it. So I think it's in the long run, we're going to look back and it's going to be a positive, hopefully. So
it is a positive already. It is. If you want, just to let you know the description for the video for the viewers, if they want to know, it's just showing like our journey before COVID till now, who we were. I mean, we still are, but and this whole journey till today.
Good. Okay. That's great. So.
Oh, and you might see yourself in the video, Richard.
Oh, no, well, I don't know about that. Yeah. Make it quick. Okay. Thank you.
Quick second there.
Okay.